So, Cap, I like it. I think it's beautiful what's happening here. So, from Lay Vampire, you pulled Reason, Listen to Advice, Think Clearly, and Intellect. And then from Chakra Wisdom, you pulled Joy. This is my Fool card here. Now, Reason is saying that you need to clear your mind right now and think clearly about a situation. Now, and it may be that for some of you, you're needing to think clearly about, big changes that you're making. Because Joy does talk about significant changes, like a move, a new job, a marriage. It says that this is the moment after the leap. You may not see where you're going, but you will land on your feet. And I love the quote for this one. Let's jump and see what happens. I think it's good. I think that, you're finding joy in your life right now, but it's only going to come through when you start thinking clearly about... All right, Cap, here we go. Here's your overall for the week. I'm telling you, I don't know what the hell it is with Capricorn. Oh, boy. So right off the bat, death. My goodness, talking about big changes, well, there you go. This to me, though, feels good. Because it's all about you rising up out of this, right? It's death and transformation. Something completely being over with now, but in a way where, things get to change in a good way for you with joy being there. On the stone, it says life is not taken, only changed. But man, right off the bat, all right. In the past, the Nine of Wands. So, whatever changes that you were supposed to make or are making now or being forced to make with death, with the Nine of Wands is the past, you may have been blocking it out. Ready to continue to fight for something that needs to be done and over with in order for change to come through. Now, for some of you, you're still pulling on this because you're not willing to let anything come in and block you from what you are trying to make changes in. As far as in your life, right? Whatever changes you're looking to make right now with the Nine of Wands coming through, it's like you're not going to let anything stop you from doing this. But then I still feel like for some of you, you may have been like stubborn and not going with changes. Oh my God. Cap! What? The Tower. Now, I feel like because of death being the overall, it's not so much that, you're dealing with things that are shocking and like out of your control. I think that you're doing this. Big drastic changes, right? Sudden changes, sudden choices. I still get the feeling for both, though, with the Nine of Wands. But, of course, I'm always waiting to see what's happening here. But man... Really? Future conditions, you know what? I've said this so many times before. Every time I see the Tower, I love seeing the Knight of Swords being connected to it or coming after it, because to me it's like, nope, boom, I'm out. I'm gone. I'm not staying in the rubble. I'm not going to stay in this shit anymore. I'm moving on. And this is you. I think this is all about you. Moving out of this destruction here. And, the conviction, I love it, because usually the Knight of Swords, I go, okay, so something being said harshly, directly, bluntly, communicating, but it's you doing this. But you're not hesitating. You're not hesitating to move on. I think that this is something that you may have tried to avoid, but where you come out at looks really good. And I feel like for some of you, you may feel like you don't have a choice but to do this now. But I'm not seeing it as a bad thing. But I do love that he's coming out here. Your best path to follow, the Seven of Wands. I'm not taking any more shit. I love that about this card. Standing up for yourself. Big time here. Defending your choice, defending, your wants especially with the Tower being there, because like I said, I feel like this is you doing this, you know? Standing up for yourself now and not taking any more. Like, I'm not doing it, you know? And like, I still see you coming in, like, not letting anything block you, right? But still needing to go with the changes that you need to make. Wow, Cap. Oh boy. Okay. And that may be why. I see. All right. So, with the Tower being connected to the Five of Pentacles being in your environment, this could be one of those things where, you know, it's sudden, it's drastic, but it may need to happen due to, you know, difficulties here, whether this is financially or having to deal with, you know, rejection, whether this is you rejecting somebody else or them rejecting you. You know, you may be feeling like, you know, things are really difficult right now. You may have been avoiding this because of financial strain, but I think you get pushed to where you don't have a choice. You have to do this now. Something may have to come to a close in order for things to change for you. But like I said, with the Knight of Swords, like, you know, I feel good about it. I feel like you're strong and you're going to be fine no matter what it is that, you know, is over with here. For some of you, definitely, it's either you're needing to move out or you're kicking someone else out. It's one or the other. I'm sorry, guys. I got to take a drink of coffee here. But I don't see you staying with it, you know? I don't ever see this as a long-term thing. And I think some of you are just done. You're done with, you know, being on the outside of things and not feeling like, you know, you're included is what I feel like. And that may be why you're making a drastic change now and speaking up for yourself. Your hopes and your fears, the Queen of Pentacles, absolutely makes sense. And it's beautiful for you. With her showing up, this to me is, you know, you hoping to be able to do what you need to do to create a comfortable environment for yourself and not be stuck with this kind of crap, you know. Being financially stable and secure. Like I've always said with her, she don't need anybody to help her. She can do that shit on her own. She busts her ass, right? She does the work, she pays the bills, she takes care of the home, all that shit. But then it's also about, you know, for you, I feel like as a hope, being more grounded and feeling more confident about yourself. I swear to God, that seems to be coming up with everybody this week. I can't think of one that wasn't dealing with confidence issues, and it's crazy. But I do like that this is what you're hoping for out of this. Because I'm looking back at this going, oh, hell yeah. Yes, yes. And it looks good. I mean, even if you are dealing, you know, with a situation where you feel cast out, where you're coming out at is good for you. It's going to be better for you, is what I feel like. Now, I'm telling you. I love it. I love the combination between the two. The Queen of Wands coming out when you're talking about life being transformed and changed and you moving into the Queen of Wands, I think it's fantastic. I think you're going to be fine, Cap. I think you're going to be fine. You look good. You look good. But I do think that, you know, whatever it is that you're dealing with now definitely needs to be over with for you, right? And like I said, I go back to this feeling of not just, you know, financial difficulty, and that may be the reason why you were trying to avoid it before. But like I also feel like, you know, that you're tired of being pushed out. You don't want to deal with that anymore. And here you are moving forward very quickly here with conviction and moving into this place where, yeah, you're definitely changing into the Queen of Wands and attracting a very brand new beginning for you with the Ace of Cups. And then the Lovers connected to it. Oh boy. It looks good. Now, for some of you, it's the major choices that you're going to have to make. And it could be with relationships, with the lovers being there, because you have the Ace of Cups coming through. And like I said, it's almost like you're not going to let anybody come in and do anything to this. It's not happening. Right? And then with the Magician, like I said, it's like you're attracting it. You're manifesting this. You did that. You brought that into your life. It looks good. It looks really good. Like, I can see the strain and the difficulty that you're facing now and how strong you've had to have been. Oh my God, if I could talk right. You guys know what I mean. Like, I see you not backing down, being a little bit defensive, but rightly so with this being in your environment. You know, but again, it all comes back to you hoping to be more stable and more secure. But the way that you come out, you're definitely attracting something different here. You know, and it may come out of nowhere, right? And that may be a totally different situation here. But mainly what I'm looking at is the major changes you're making for yourself. I love it. I love it, Cap. Your readings, I'm telling you, and reason, right? Thinking clearly about what you need to do. You know, and you have the Knight of Swords and moving forward quickly with conviction. And then being a conduit for joy, and then you just like all of a sudden you're like the master manifester, and here comes the Ace of Cups with the Lovers. Like, wow, where'd this come from? It's good. I like it. All right. Now, for those of you who are single, honeymoon. Enjoying some time together, possibly with somebody. But with the Hangman, right, like I said, I don't see this as a bad thing. I think that there is a bond, feeling bound to a person here, but you may be waiting for somebody to become unbound from a situation and open up to you, which is very possible with the Hangman. But I don't see it as a bad thing. It's just a matter of, you know, this person fully opening up to you. And maybe the way to do that is to go somewhere together and enjoy some time together. Now, for those of you who are in a relationship, express your love. Yeah, with the Three of Cups, you're definitely doing that. I love it when this card shows up because it's like, yes, that's perfect. Perfect. The Three of Cups is about healing heartbreak, which is interesting to me with this deck. This one specifically talks about, you know, getting it back together with a partner, you know, healing some issues here, being more connected, having that support and that love, and feeling really good. I mean, really good, right? It looks great. And, you know, you're being asked to express your love, and it's perfect. It's perfect. I love your readings, Cap. Oh, it always makes me feel better when I get to Capricorn. It seems like when I get to your readings, I finally get to go, even though you're dealing with heavy, massive shit, right? It's not that bad. And I swear to God, when you come out of this and you go through this change and you go through your own death cycle, which is funny because, you know, you have the Scorpio energy going on, you're going to be like attracting things to you without even knowing it. All right, Cap. Oh, yeah. I love your readings. I do. I love the Caps that I connect with. You guys are amazing people. And the things that you go through, like I've always said, I'm grateful to like be a part of that. I know that I'm kind of like snooping on your life, but my God, you know, and the things that you go through. Clearly thinking here about what you need to do, getting clarity, which is great, but then joy, and you taking that leap, right, and being that conduit for joy, having that joy in your life, making major changes, some of you moving here, abruptly ending something, but moving into a place where once this is done with, wow, the shit you're attracting. I wish I could do that. It looks really good. Death being the overall, and it shouldn't surprise me when it comes to your readings when this shows up, right? But again, it's all about the major changes that you're making, but I do think that for some of you, you may have been like avoiding this for a little bit, because I do see the Nine of Wands, and I feel like you weren't really allowing the changes to happen or allowing the changes to come through, which is possible here. Now, I still do think, though, with the Nine of Wands and looking at the Seven of Wands, that it's one of those things where you're still, like, not giving up. You're not giving up. You're standing up for yourself. You know, you're not giving up your position. You're defending your choices. I'm not taking any more shit. Absolutely not. Nothing is going to come through and block you from getting the things that you want, is what I feel like looking at this. And I've always said that I love this combo. When you see the Knight of Swords happening after the Tower, for me it's boom, I'm out. I'm gone. I'm not dealing with this anymore. But I do think that some of you are doing this because you're tired of being on the outside and not being a part of something here with the Five of Pentacles because of, you know, being cast out, right? Now, I do think that for some of you, you may have been like avoiding making these changes because of possible financial difficulties. But I'm looking at you, looking at your hopes and fears, and you know, wanting to make sure that you're going to be stable and secure, absolutely, but being, you know, more confident. Confidence seems to be the big thing, not just for you guys, but it seems like for everybody. But I like that that is where your focus is, because, you know, you're looking to change things in a really big way. But, you know, we're looking at you being more in tune with yourself here. But then, like I said, also being able to maintain your own security and stability. And then you come out with the Queen of Wands, and I'm like, yeah, hell yeah. I love it. I love her. I love that energy. And this combo together, ooh, man, nothing's stopping you, I'm telling you. She, to me, would be the one that would just randomly attract shit, right? And then you have this combo going on here. Like, where the hell did this come from? I don't even think you realize what you're attracting into your life now once you make those abrupt changes. You may not see it now, but what's coming to you, wow. The Ace of Cups and the Lovers, like, you know, do I even need to say anything on that? You know, beautiful new beginning here. Some of you needing to make major choices, though, when it does come to relationships, especially being connected to the Tower. But yeah, you're like the master manifester right now. I love it. I love it, Cap. I think that things may be difficult right now, but they're going to change in a really big way for you. But I think that you are ultimately responsible for making this happen. Now, as far as relationships go, honeymoon and the hangman, I don't see the hangman as a bad thing. With honeymoon, I do think that some of you are like needing to spend some time together. And you may be waiting for this person to open up to you, and it may be because they're like bound to another situation, right? But they're, to me, more so when the hangman shows up, it looks like there's a strong bond with you and this person. It's just that they need to open up. And again, the way to do that would be to spend some time together, right? But it's not like spending quality time. It's like needing to go out and enjoy life together, and that's where you will see this person open up. Or you will be the one that will be able to open up.